This is Gary Atensi with CNTV, and today we're in Lakewood, Colorado. I am here with chiropractic and wellness specialists. Since 2014, they've been providing an integrated therapeutic solutions, helping you restore and maintain optimal health. I am here with you. Thank you so much for joining us here today. Let's start off a little bit about yourself. I mean, you began this office here in 2014. Quite honestly, your interest in alternative medicine has gone back to the 70s. What began as reflexology, you moved into chiropractic, even massage. Pretty well based. It's helped you to stay pretty mobile out there and help others as well. We're talking about Olympics, sports, you name it, just folks in and out of every day. How did you get involved in this particular passion?
Yeah, I became a chiropractic patient kind of by luck and circumstance in my 20s. I was a traditional patient in the medical model. I took a lot of drugs. I had surgeries or was candidates for surgeries. And then I met chiropractors. And this guy turned out to be a friend of mine, but he started adjusting my joints and explained how joint motion is key to the human body. And really, he was always checking for motion, or in this case, emotion, where there is no motion, and adjusting that. And then, so I thought, wow, that works. I don't have headaches. My shoulders work better. I'm running faster. What else can you do? My hand doesn't work. And so he would fix my hand. And then he goes, well, breathing. I go, well, I had a failed surgery trying to breathe. And so he did a procedure without drugs or surgery on my nasal passages, and I could breathe again. And so it just led to being a patient so now 30, 40 years I've been a patient. And as I was kind of aging out of massage therapy, that's a pretty heavy labor, younger person's job, I started thinking about what I wanted to do next. I've seen the wonders of chiropractic. I was pre-med in college. I thought, this is something good to do.
Excellent. Let me ask you this. The therapies that you employ here under one roof, really they've been around for decades or possibly even centuries. Why is it today that these therapies are probably more needed than they were back in those days?
Why they're more needed now more than ever is because these modalities counter stress. Okay? Stress causes 95% of the disease and illness in America. It's stress of some sort. Stress comes in three fashions. It's either emotional stress, physical stress, or chemical stress. And so these modalities, acupuncture, massage, chiropractic, brain-based chiropractic, working with the brain, all helps the brain and the body deal with stress because it's not going away. You got to be able to deal with it.
Absolutely. I mean, it seems like almost every day we're up against an onslaught of stressors, be it the quality of air, quality of water, the computers that we sit in front of, electromagnetic fields. We're talking about preservatives in our food. I mean, we're in a constant battle every day. Is that basically what the therapies are helping us go against?
They are. And so emotional stress, that's just the stress of a job, for instance. Chemical stress, it's the food you eat. Right now, America is starting to shift from fats as demons and sugar's okay to sugar is now the new fat, and fats are actually good for you. You have to have fats to make cholesterol, to make hormones. Sugar turns out to be a toxin. So not only do we provide, chiropractic, massage, acupuncture, but also nutrition. Nutrition in America's diet acts as a stressor that we have to deal with.
Well, basically, like you said, it's integrated. Instead of looking at one area or chasing after symptoms, you really take a holistic approach. You step back and take the big picture, if you will, of our health. Is that what really has gained you success?
Yes, the whole body. Folks are kind of tired of, and then I went to a specialist. Chiropractic doesn't have specialties other than in the way they treat patients, but we look at the body as a whole. And we link, say, the stress of a head injury to, say, your digestion, or the heart condition that you have to the swelling in your feet, or linking these things together is really important, and that's what the integration does.
Because you have so many really in your arsenal, if you will, are you able to really find solutions and therefore maybe fewer visits?
Oh, fewer visits for sure. Effective visits is what I would like to say. A patient, America, the first thing that people want is to get rid of their pain. And so they come in generally in for pain. My neck hurts, my back hurts, my stomach hurts. We deal with that first. And then we can look at stabilizing that pain, stabilizing the cause of that pain. We're not going to give you a drug that makes the pain go away. We're going to deal with the mechanical problem that makes the pain go away. And then from there, after stabilization, we look at nutrition, support, and health versus putting out fires and acute symptoms.
So you're not just waiting for the next fire. We're going to make sure the next one doesn't come along. Let's talk a little bit about chiropractic, if you will. We've got neck pain, we've got back pain, disc pain. Almost any more, these are common symptoms that people deal with. And as we know, they're not all brought on by an auto accident or any accident. Is that the case many times?
It is the case, and it's one of those three stressors. Again, chemical, emotional, and physical stress. Those are the three stressors that can cause your neck, your back, your digestion. Huge. It's now linked that the bacteria, the flora and fauna in your intestines affects how your brain works. And so we're looking at those kind of linkages in a patient. So you got to be integrated in the body to treat it all.
One of the things that fascinates me is the fact that the spine really is the lifeline to your whole entire body. We're talking about a brain that is sending out signals. Definitely support of that structure is something that people don't even think about every day. Why do you think that is?
A lot of people take it for granted, I find, that I am, for some reason, upright and mobile and can move with this hugely integrated wrapping of ribs, for instance. Just for an example, people take it for granted. When I tell a patient that, say, you have 26 vertebrae in your back, and then you have ribs that connect to that vertebrae. That vertebral complex, one vertebrae, well, let's say two vertebrae and two ribs, there's 14 joints associated with every single vertebrae. 14 joints that are all trying to be animated. And those have a direct link to the brain. Your brain, over half of your brain is dedicated to motion.
And we're talking, that's a lot of signals coming through
just for bombardment. That's a lot of bombardment to the brain. And so if that communication stops with a joint that doesn't work well, the brain's lost communication. So what happens is it sends down information, tells the muscles to stop the motion because it's hurt. So what we do is we do the adjustment. The brain gets communication with the joint. The pain fibers then can relax, the muscles relax, and you've got motion again. That's why it works so quickly, is we change the brain by putting motion back in the spine. Now the spine, credible spinal cord that innervates or sends nerve signals to all of the muscles, all of the organs, all of the joints, and is constantly monitoring that. Because what happens if you don't move?
If you're not only adjusting the motion, but you're actually taking it at the root, up at the signal, which is the brain. Let me ask you, folks out there, they may get in an auto accident. They wouldn't think twice about coming into a chiropractic care, but yet they're having the same symptoms without that auto accident, and they don't think of contacting a professional. Why should that be important for folks to come in, even though they haven't been in an accident, but yet they have the neck pain, they have the back pain?
Well, the analogy is you see a dentist for tooth maintenance, right? You should do the same for the motion of your body. Your body's got to move. And through the stress of your life, the classic is children who play sports. Those skeletons are not mature. The human skeleton doesn't even mature until the late 20s. 25, 26. Kids that are playing football in college don't have mature skeletons. All right. Those joints are being banged around all the time in sports, just playing, being kids. That motion's important. And a kid is considered kind of unbreakable, but their joints can be affected and become stiff, and their body will adapt to it. But then here you go, you're trying to grow a child without proper joint motion in their spine, in their pelvis, in their neck. The classic is girls grow very quickly when they reach puberty. The incidence of scoliosis can be traced back to childhood injury in a lot of cases. So it's really, really important to consider the motion of your body. That motion will also help your digestion. It'll help your thoughts. It'll help your brain work better. So that's why a non-injurious, say, I'm not been in a car accident, but I've been sitting in a chair for 30 years at work. That's another topic I'd like to talk to you a little bit about later on, but it's just the plain fact of sitting is stopping our motion as well. So that's why not just only car accidents, but just humans on a maintenance schedule, kind of like a dentist.
So just our work environment is one of those stresses that we're up against pretty much every day. A lot of times people, they know when they have back pain that this could be a chiropractic that needs help. Many times, though, they have, let's say, a sciatic or possibly a pinched nerve or even an arm that goes numb. They have no idea that that is all directly affected possibly by your spine as well.
It's a spine motion. It's the nerves that come through those spines. An injury can send body chemicals to a level in the spine that can affect other levels. It's called referral pain. That happens all the time. Wait a minute. I came in here because my back hurts. Now my shoulder doesn't hurt, and I'm digesting food better. The class very often is we've been trying to get pregnant, and now I've been coming to a chiropractor, and incidentally, now I'm pregnant because the spine in the lower body of the woman or man now works better. The innervation is there for those organs to work better. They become optimized, and you got
Our body is really designed to take care of us if we take care of it and let it do its job. I mean, I like the fact that you restore people back to health, but even more importantly is you help them remain into that health by taking a proactive approach. I mean, we're talking about you don't have to wait till you're hurting, but actually come on in so you can keep your body well aligned and balanced.
Yeah, that's true. We're doctors, and the word doctor means teacher, literally. So our job as doctors in chiropractic is, and because we know about the entire body and how it works together, we can teach our patients how to achieve health. The two things are you have to have immunity. You have to have an immune system that works, and you have to have a brain that functions correctly. How common now is autoimmune disease? That's the body that's attacking itself. If a brain worked well and the immune system was intact, you wouldn't have autoimmune because it wouldn't be possible. So what you do is you eliminate the cause for it through nutrition, through lifestyle changes, through working with the brain, through chiropractic.
Interesting. I mean, quite honestly, the fact that your bones can be out of alignment, but also the muscles that are around those bones, they play a big part. How does the integration of massage help in folks?
Yeah, so that's a good question. How does massage and chiropractic work together? Like I said earlier, the joint, if it's not moving well, the body will splint that joint from moving. The muscles around it will tense up and keep the joint from moving as a protective mechanism. So the way the chiropractic massage model works is we put motion back into the joint. The brain says, okay, everything can relax now. It's back to normal. Massage can then go in and affect the muscle, get it to relax, increase the circulation, get it to heal quicker. And consequently, the pain goes away, and then you also move better. So that's kind of that integration. It works that way.
Wonderful. I mean, obviously, we're talking about signals that the brain is sending, a lot of energy going through our body. Was it important for you to incorporate energy work of acupuncture, and why you felt that was important?
Oh, acupuncture, that's a whole nother healthcare system. Liz Bettnagel, our acupuncturist, is a doctorate in acupuncture, one of the only 300 in the country. We're talking of thousands of hours. So she's a doctorate level acupuncturist. So that healthcare system has been time tested. We're talking about 5,000 years. The mapping of the human body has been done. The energetic human body is what you brought up, the energy systems. That's been mapped over and over and over again with success that's occurring. So they're still using plants in Oriental medicine that were found that many years ago. So using acupuncture, say for pain management, motion management, she does a lot for women's health, is very, very effective, indicative for acupuncture.
One of the things that I really enjoy about alternative health is the fact that it's really non-invasive. It, quite honestly, it's natural, and everything you do here is. How does herbal medicine tie into that and keep the natural approach?
Well, herbal medicine, our job is to affect the body in a positive way. That's our job. If you do that, the body will help take care of itself. There's an innate ability for the body to heal itself. The example is you cut your skin and it heals itself. So we go even deeper into that. So nutrient support for the body comes in two forms. There's literally nutrients that are deficient in the body that can help support the body. And then there's medicinal plants that actually heal the body. So you can use it in two different forms, and we do. You know, we'll put a person on nutritional support, say they have adrenal insufficiency, classic problem in America today. Adrenal insufficiency, which affects your thyroid, which is kind of your gas pedal, if you will. So we can give nutrient support for that, but then we can also give nutrient support for the body systems, but then we can give medicinal plants for the repair of the system, the particular organ, be it adrenals, thyroid, pituitary, mostly the neuroendocrine system. To call it the endocrine system is kind of simplistic because it's run by the brain. And the brain and the endocrine system runs our whole hormones, which is incredibly, incredibly powerful.
Like you say, basically we're talking about brain-based wellness. I mean, it starts from the brain, and you're not only approaching the therapy the same way as an integrated whole. How does technology today help us with that approach?
Neurology in chiropractic, neurology in health has just, its role in health has just skyrocketed in the last 20 years and led to the discovery that the germ theory really doesn't apply to our health care. And to chase germs, which are always present in our body, is kind of a dead end, all right? You're either immune to the germs or you're not. That's it. If you're not immune, you're going to get sick, okay? The brain has a big role to play in immunity. And so what neurology has shown us is that we need to move our brains from a stressed, say, brainwave state into a relaxation state, into a restorative state, and then into a delta state, a resting, sleeping state. So the body's got to be able to move through those 4 or 5 levels to be functional. And all too often, our brains are spending their time in beta, which is a brain wave of stress. And we never come out of that. And something that we do is a stress response evaluation. What we'll do is we'll put you on a brain wave, an EEG, and we'll bring stressors to you through sound, a dog barking, a math problem, children screaming, your body should stress.
Right.
So it should go up and deal with the stress, and then it should relax. And I can map that. I can show you on the graphs that I have on the walls around here that show you what normal is. And so the nervous system, if we can get the nervous system right by looking at a baseline, this is what your stress response is, this is the work we do, and we can lead it towards health with neurofeedback and biofeedback. That's one. The other one is you can lead the brain with neurolinguistic programming, with binaural beats. I have a product here that takes a 20-minute session where we can affect the brain's waves through closed eyes and the optic nerve directly to the brain. Sounds affect the brain, and we can take a brain's wavelength and move it down into these restorative places. And the person sometimes feels relaxation for the first time in years, 10 years. They go home and sleep, and they're like, I just slept. And they talk like that's abnormal. Our point is no, that's normal. What you have been living with is your false sense of normal. Let us show you what normal is by affecting your brain and your immune system. People call them miracles, right? They do.
And really, it's just the beauty of a balanced nervous system
It
at
is.
play. You've gotten rid of a lot of those symptoms people didn't even realize before. We're talking about poor attention, impulsive, easily distracted, disorganized, distressed. These are all things that people don't realize. Like you said, wait a minute, this isn't normal. Not everyone else is going through this.
Right. That's classic. We start off with don't get used to the pain, get rid of it. Okay, so we've done that. That's your first visit, first 4 or 5 visits in the office. And now we're going to look at your brain and your immunity. And so that's what we're going to go for next. If you have the interest in health, that's where the two lie. Whether you come to me or you go to someone else, there's neurologists, there's biofeedback, there's neurofeedback, but that's where health lies. And trying to put out fires of symptoms doesn't do anything. It kicks the can down the road. And we see that in all kinds of societal politics and things like that, where we just kick the can down the road and it doesn't get solved. The same thing happens in the body. However, the body only lasts so long, and it can only take so much. And so that pushing the symptoms down will add up to what we have now. Chronic long-term diseases, diabetes and cancers and autoimmune diseases, which when our diets were sound, we had less stress in our life, we didn't have autoimmune problems. And now it's just common.
So basically you're saying the enemy's going to come regardless. We just have to have our bodies ready to take care of it. Viewers, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see is his website. First of all, on the website, you can learn more about the team that is under the roof here. We're talking about really decades of experience under one roof. We're talking about integrated therapies that will help quite almost anyone out there when it comes to disease or keeping away the disease as well. You can also sign up right there for a free 15-minute consultation. They will give you a call, set that up for you as well, and basically just as easy as reaching out to them and calling, set up an appointment. Let me ask you this. You've integrated therapies here. Your goal is to basically diagnose a person properly and get the best customized solution that you can for them.
Yes, customized. Everybody is different. Everyone has their own problems. The way we look at it is, what do we need to do first? What do we need to do second? Sometimes we can deal with third, fourth, and fifth together because they're linked. What surprises patients is that they are linked. They think that my wrist and my digestion and my sore neck and my headaches are 4 different things. And they can be addressed perhaps in one treatment where we're addressing all 4 at once. So that's the beauty of an integrated whole body system, whether we do massage, we do acupuncture, we do chiropractic, and we'll guide you around. To be fair too, some people need surgery. We need to refer them out. They need to see a medical doctor. I sent a guy out yesterday. He had an abdominal pain. He had a herniation in his navel, and I was like, this isn't my job. You need to go see an internist.
Interesting. These are therapies that you have benefited from. They have kept you mobile as well. Is it a rewarding occupation to be able to give back that to the community?
Is it a rewarding occupation? When a patient walks into your office, walks into my office and leaves happier than when they came in, well, what kind of job is like that in the world? Yeah, because so that's what's so wonderful. You know, I'm not a miracle man. I just follow what the body's telling me to do. That's what I'm saying is we don't do miracles here. We just help the body get better. And so that is quite satisfying that, you know, that I'm not using pharmaceuticals. I'm not using knives. I'm using what the body wants. Nutrition, medicinal herb support, chiropractic, putting motion in the body, putting relaxation in the body, helping change the brain, helping buoy the immunity system. It's quite a job, and I really enjoy it.
Wonderful. Last time, viewers, take a look at the bottom of the screen. You're going to see his website right there. Contact phone information there is as well. That is the chiropractic and wellness specialist, brand new for 2014. We're talking about integrated therapeutic solutions, helping you restore and maintain optimal health. This is Gary Atensi with CNTV, and if you don't know, now you know.